Did you know that over 60% of people feel they lose a part of themselves when they enter into a relationship? It's a startling statistic that sheds light on a common yet rarely discussed issue: the struggle to maintain individuality while in love. Welcome to Creating Space for Individuality, 6 Boundary Setting Techniques, where we dive into the heart of harmonizing personal growth with romantic intimacy. In this series, we'll explore the delicate dance of maintaining your own identity while fostering a healthy relationship. From discovering and nurturing personal passions to mastering the art of communication, each chapter is packed with actionable strategies, surprising facts, and insightful quotes from leading experts. Are you ready to transform your relationship into a space where love and individuality coexist beautifully? Let's start the journey to a more fulfilling partnership where being together doesn't mean losing yourself. Buckle up, it's going to be an enlightening ride. Chapter 1: Unlocking You, Discovering Personal Passions. Have you ever asked yourself what truly makes you tick? According to a study by the Journal of Happiness Studies, people who engage in personal hobbies report higher levels of happiness and satisfaction in life. This isn't just about filling time, it's about fulfilling your soul. Whether it's painting, hiking, or coding, finding what you love doing alone is the first step in setting healthy boundaries in a relationship. Why does this matter in love? When you understand your passions, you're clearer about who you are, and that clarity is gold in relationships. As relationship therapist John Gottman often says, knowing your partner's inner world is crucial to intimacy. This means knowing yourself is just as crucial. Think about it: if you know what brings you peace and joy, you can better articulate your needs to your partner. Start small. Dedicate an afternoon a week to your personal passion. Notice how this alone time affects your mood and energy when you're with others. You're not being selfish, you're recharging your spirit to be fully present when it counts. Plus, your partner gets the cue that it's okay for them to do the same. This mutual respect for personal space strengthens the bond, keeping the relationship fresh and resilient. Chapter 2: Harmony in Space, the Art of Coexisting. Sharing a life doesn't mean giving up who you are. In fact, respecting each other's individuality can bring you closer. A fascinating statistic from the Pew Research Center reveals that nearly 40% of Americans who are married or living with a partner say having shared interests is crucial for their relationship's success. But it's the space to pursue personal interests separately that keeps the flame alive. Balancing togetherness with independence is an art. Start by discussing each other's ideal balance. What does your partner need in terms of personal space? What do you need? These conversations might be awkward at first, but they're essential for creating a roadmap for your relationship. As author and psychotherapist Esther Perel puts it, love rests on 2 pillars: surrender and autonomy. Our need for togetherness exists alongside our need for separateness. Create rituals and boundaries that honor both. Maybe it's a solo morning walk or an evening reading hour in separate rooms. Whatever it is, make it consistent. Consistency builds trust, and trust lays the groundwork for intimacy. Remember, it's not about the quantity of time spent together, but the quality of that time that counts. Establishing your personal and shared spaces isn't a one-time deal. It's a dynamic part of your relationship that evolves as you both grow. Keep the dialogue open, be willing to adjust, and watch as your relationship deepens, proving that true intimacy thrives when each person can be themselves together. Chapter 3: Choreography of Communication, Dance of Dialogue. Communication is the heartbeat of any relationship. It's not just about talking, but how you talk that weaves the deeper connection. Did you know that according to communication theory, ineffective communication is one of the top reasons relationships fail? That's why it's essential to master the dance of dialogue. Start with active listening. This means really hearing your partner, not just planning what you'll say next. Try this: next time your partner speaks, focus entirely on their words, body language, and emotions. Reflect on what they say before responding. It's like catching a ball thrown at you, hold it for a moment before throwing it back. This strategy reduces misunderstandings and builds trust. And trust is everything, right? Now, about expressing your own needs, be clear and direct. A study by the American Psychological Association found that direct communication leads to fewer conflicts and more satisfaction in relationships. Instead of saying, "You never listen to me," try, "I feel valued when you listen attentively to me." See the shift? It's not accusing, but it expresses your feelings clearly. Also, establish a no interruption zone during discussions. Set a timer if you must, giving each person uninterrupted time to speak. This respects both voices in the relationship. Remember, it's not about winning an argument but understanding each other better. Chapter 4, Fortress of Solitude, Building Your Safe Haven. Everyone needs a personal retreat, a space to call their own. Virginia Woolf famously emphasized the importance of having a room of one's own for personal development. In relationships, this concept is crucial for maintaining individuality and sanity. Whether it's a corner of a room or an office, make it yours. Personalize it in a way that reflects your spirit and needs. This personal space serves as a sanctuary where you can recharge, reflect, or indulge in hobbies without interruption. The psychological benefits are immense. According to environmental psychology, having a personal space reduces stress and enhances creativity. So, not only does your personal haven allow for relaxation, but it also fosters growth. Encourage your partner to establish their own space too. This mutual understanding promotes respect and appreciation for each other's boundaries. Plus, it's exciting to see how each person chooses to personalize their space. Share these insights with each other. It's a great way to learn more about what makes each other tick. Lastly, respect this space. Agree not to intrude unless invited. This respect for boundaries will strengthen your relationship's foundation. After all, good fences make good neighbors, and sometimes, they make great partners too. Chapter 5, Empathy Echoes, Tuning into each other's frequencies. Empathy is not just about seeing things from the other's perspective, it's about feeling it too. It's a vital component in any relationship, particularly when setting boundaries. According to Dr. Brené Brown, empathy is the most powerful tool we have to assure others that they're not alone. How can we practice this? Start by really listening to understand, not to reply. When your partner speaks about their feelings or concerns, mirror back what you've heard to confirm your understanding. This shows you're not just hearing, but absorbing their words. Ask thoughtful questions to dive deeper into your partner's experiences. This isn't about interrogation, it's about curiosity. It's saying, "Tell me more about how you feel," instead of assuming you already know. These questions open up new levels of dialogue and show that you truly care about their inner world. Remember, empathy requires action too. If your partner expresses a need for space or a specific boundary, act on it with respect. It shows that you not only understand their needs but are also willing to support them. This validation is crucial for building trust. Chapter 6, Freedom and Togetherness. Independence meets intimacy. Finding the balance between independence and intimacy might seem like walking a tightrope, but it's entirely possible and incredibly rewarding. According to a study from the Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin, couples who encourage each other's independence are often happier. They experience less conflict because there's a mutual understanding that loving someone doesn't mean owning them. Celebrate your separate interests and support each other's pursuits. If your partner loves gardening and you love reading, spend a Sunday afternoon indulging in these activities separately. Later, come together to share what you've learned or created. This not only enriches your individual lives but also brings fresh energy into your relationship. Set up me time or solo dates where each person spends time alone or with friends. These moments apart can enhance the appreciation for the times you are together. They remind us why we miss and value our partner. It's healthy to miss each other a bit. Finally, recognize that love is not about having your partner within sight at all times but knowing they're with you because they choose to be, not because they need to be. This freedom within a relationship builds a stronger, more enduring bond.